The air crackled with unease. 5 neighbours, huddled in Eleanor's tastefully decorated living room, exchanged nervous glances. Their usual book club meeting had morphed into something different, something unsettling.
Did you see the moving truck? They arrived late last night. Suspicious, isn't it?
And those boxes, all odd shapes and sizes, not like our moving boxes.
We don't know anything about them. It's not fair to judge.
But her words were drowned out by a chorus of disapproval. These were people accustomed to order, to predictability. The arrival of the new family, the Carters, in their quiet cul-de-sac, had disrupted their carefully constructed world. Days melted into a tapestry of suspicion and conjecture. The Carters, hidden behind their drawn curtains, became the subject of intense scrutiny. Every unusual sound, every flickering light, was interpreted as a sign of something sinister.
I saw him. Mr. Carter. He was buying fertilizer. Lots of it. Margaret, it's spring. People buy fertilizer.
But Margaret remained unconvinced. Later that day, she shared her concerns with the others, fueling the growing paranoia. Their once peaceful neighborhood had become a breeding ground for suspicion, where every shadow held a potential threat. Driven by their anxieties, the neighbors began a campaign of covert surveillance. Binoculars were dusted off, hedges were peeked over, and whispers filled the night. Each snippet of information, no matter how insignificant, was meticulously analyzed and dissected.
It looked suspicious.
Arthur, armed with his trusty camera, swore he captured Mr. Carter carrying a heavy bag into the garage. Their imaginations ran wild. Were they harboring fugitives, planning a heist? The possibilities, each more outlandish than the last, became entangled with their deepest fears. The tension finally reached its breaking point. Fueled by weeks of suspicion and fueled by their collective fear, the neighbors decided to confront Mr. Carter. They rehearsed their accusations, their voices a mixture of righteous indignation and thinly veiled terror.
We need to confront him.
Eleanor, though plagued by doubts, found herself swept up in the group's fervour. They marched towards the Carter's house, a formidable force united by their shared delusion. Mr. Carter, looking understandably bewildered, answered their insistent knocks. Before he could utter a word, he was bombarded with accusations. The fertilizer, the late-night arrivals, the strange noises, all presented as undeniable evidence of his nefarious intentions.